All right, so we're back on our same regular bullshit, except, can you still hear that? Like, are you hearing the music? Oh, that's so good, bro. Yeah, how, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how seductive do I sound? For a what person? Average person? I'm above average. Anyways, but you know what is average? My arm size. So, normally I don't really have an arm day on my split. Right now my split for like the past few months has been legs, chest, off day, back, and then shoulders and one chest movement, and then off day. So it's only a 6-day split. You know, I'm just like haven't hit arms in so long, so I'm feeling a little insecure. And everybody blowing up has big ass arms because everybody's doing classic other than me because I'm 6'5", so I'm stuck in like pretty boy division. So, yeah, we're gonna hit a little bit of arm day, see how it goes, but we got the whole gym to ourselves right now, so hopefully it stays that way, but, oh, I lied. So we're just gonna do sets of 20 real quick, and superset. I really don't know what this weight all is because it's just in increments of like 1. So it goes from like 1 and then ascends all the way to 15. So I don't really know what we're doing, but we're doing 10. This could be kilos. I really don't know the conversion rates, but shit's heavier than 10 pounds. Fuck metric. I lost count. Straight down into some curls. I light the weight up a little bit. At least they got cheap keef on right now. It's like an instant 10 reps right there. So it's green, so I'm a little acoustic, but green means go. So anyways, we're moving on to our first movement, but instead, I started with like, you know, your traditional, everybody's favorite bicep movement, just with alternating curls. We're starting on a machine where we can actually like isolate our biceps a lot more before going into a movement where like we're standing and now we're using a little bit of momentum, you know, or we're incorporating maybe some of your front delt, just like gamming that, or maybe like whatever you're incorporating. I don't know what your form, how dog shit your form looks like, but we're starting over here. So we isolate, fatigue our biceps more in our iso movements, and then we can move on there where it's like, you know, our biceps are already a little fatigued because there's a lot of blood flow in there already. Then you want your muscles to help you, your other muscle groups to assist you. I've been doing that a lot with Smith. With Smith, like bench, I know like we documented a bunch, but like even the other day when we did shoulders yesterday, we started on a Smith, so like a machine where it's just isolating a lot more of our front delt in terms of our press, as opposed to starting with dumbbells first, which like honestly, like I'm kind of like catering more towards that type of mentality shift while we're working out, just because like I feel like whatever you're actually like trying to hit that day, if it's leg day, or leg day is a terrible day, I just hate in every muscle group. But if it's like chest day, right? Fatiguing your chest and like some iso movements first, and then moving on to like some movements that you're gonna incorporate in other muscle groups. I'm just bullshitting, I don't really do arm day much. We'll start with a warm-up set. I will say, I did cut myself with a shoe lock earlier today. So right here on my bicep, I'm really trying to focus on the peak contraction here. I'm not trying to really pull with my like wrist or my forearm. Kind of my forearms is a good like indicator, but really just like when you flex your fucking biceps, the rest of your arms follow suit. So that's what we're really trying to do. That's really with any muscle group. But I feel like arms is like one of those like specific muscles that a lot of people just like, you know, they throw in everything else. I'm using like standing alternating curls as like an example, but I feel like that's like a good indicator of some like ego lifting, like gym bro type shit. Cause you'll have people like grab like 75 plus and now it's like this, and you're just like bro, like go to the club or something. I don't know, like I can't dance, I'm white. We'll get a pump reveal. If anybody's interested, I'm listening to I wanna know what love is. We've been in like a 80s, 90s rock era vibe lately in the gym. You can only listen to Key Glock so many times. Dude, my shoulders look insane for an arm day pump. I don't know, like on cam. We'll see how far like the bodybuilding stuff goes, because like right now we're just like currently focused on like more short-term goals and just like taking things as is, because I feel like that's how you should, like in terms of like living presently within the moment. But you know, the goal is to get our pro card right now. If like everybody like talks about like motivation and wanting that, I feel like using your potential as like a motivational factor is a good thing. It keeps you inspired, and especially like in a world where it's like very lost in like terms of guidance and people to follow, I feel like the person at the end of the day who should inspire you the most is yourself. And I feel like, you know, working on yourself in your terms of your subconscious to where you can manifest yourself and put yourself into certain situations to actually like tap into that potential is ultimately like what it's all about, right? Like Dima can tell me, dude, like you gotta stick with this thing. There's so much room for growth or whatever. And I'd be like, yeah, bro, blah, blah, like, I appreciate you. Or I can be like, I can be a little cocky with it. I can be like, yeah, I know. Like, I fucking know, but that's because I'm confident in myself enough to like actually believe in myself. Everybody can believe in you, but it's not like all about just being like, getting the social validation of just being like, oh, thank you. You really think, you think I look good? Appreciate you, bro. Or like, in terms of the gym or like anything, everybody wants like, you know, don't get me wrong, it's nice to give a compliment. It's nice to receive a compliment. I feel like it's like good to like put out some type of positivity out in the world. But at the end of the day, it's just being like a little cocky and fucking confident in yourself, bro. I feel like that's where like a lot of people feel broken. Ultimately, we all just want to feel empowered. But the key to empowerment is all within yourself. People can like, you know, believe in you as much as you want, but people can't empower you the way you can empower yourself. Literally just look in the goddamn mirror and tell yourself like, just be real with yourself. You can lie to anybody, bro. You can gaslight the fuck out of whoever you want. But the person you shouldn't gaslight yourself is yourself. You just be real with yourself. You know, if your situation sucks, just admit it sucks. But then just have the confidence to be like, okay, to one, be able to acknowledge what you want, but then have the confidence to be like, and the support. Have the empowerment in yourself where you can be like, this shit sucks, but I'm being real, but I know we can get out of it. I know we can chase like our fucking potential. I don't know, dude. I'm done. We just finished our bicep movement. And so before we go into our alternating bicep curls, we are about to hit a primary tricep movement to get some blood flow. And so we're hitting pull downs on a straight bar, but I feel like I don't know what this bar is called. It's like, it's a dub. It's a dub bar because you're gonna feel it. I feel like if I push it further for me too, oh no, it's a different tricep traction. I don't know how to flex that and make it look aesthetic, bro, because I got a badass weight. In terms of like posing and just like, you know, the more you work out, think of your body kind of like a RPG map, right? An RPG game map. Do you see where I'm going with this, or do I sound a little? All right, so think about it like this. In an RPG game, right? You have your starting location, right? You don't have the whole map. You can't fly, you can't just like transport, you can't teleport, you can't get anywhere else on the map before, you know, you journey into the abyss of the unknown, right? And then you start getting to different places. Now you start seeing this overview of the world. You gotta look at life as a video game, like an RPG game. But the same thing with like in the gym, contraction, all this. Or same thing, I do yoga now. I've been doing yoga, I know I said that. But I've been like unlocking different parts of my body that I didn't even know, like hinging. I'm not gonna glute spread right now, but my hinge movements, you're getting on point. But it's the same thing with like muscle contraction or muscle memory or like mind-muscle connections, but like more specifically, the more you work out, the more you discover about your body or like what responds well. And it's the same fucking principle, but I feel like that's everything. So essentially, life's a video game. Life's an RPG video game. No, so like what I was trying to like tell Dima just a minute ago. So like Dima's just like coming here, and there's nothing wrong with this. This is like how everybody goes, like for the most part. This is like a traditional like tricep push down. But what I got from like one of the pros here, he kind of emulates, so it's the same thing where you're hinging back a little bit, but instead of like coming down here, you're essentially like trying to push it out a little bit. So it's like a little bit of think of like skull crushers where you're coming out a little bit. So we're doing 3 sets of 12 on the biceps. I'm counting this more as like an active recovery day. So we're only doing like 3 sets of everything. I just did 45s and that was fairly easy. So I'm gonna try to get 55s, but I'm a little dyslexic, so reading is not my strong suit. So if you're in school right now and you're complaining about you can't pass because, you know, whatever your disability is, or you're just, you know, self-proclaimed autistic. I was dyslexic. I got 3 degrees now. I don't even have them. I kind of want to get them hung up as like a wall art for my crib. Fuck. Use some fucking drag girls finish. Okay. Oh. How do you hit this thing? Motherfuckers do that. That's like the Arnold pose. What is it? He does this, doesn't he? Arnold does that.
Arnold was German too.
Oh. But Shiz, I've seen even like people like Shiz do that stuff. You can't, bro, you can't cancel somebody who doesn't want to be canceled. Does it look insane though?
That does.
But how do I extend and get this? I'm gonna pull up the Arnold picture, then I'll hit it. We had options here, so we could have been doing heavy or weighted dips, or we could have gone close grip bench. I don't feel like going the extra mile to strap in and put all the plates on, so we just came to close grip bench because I feel like too I can get a little bit of a contraction if we're using arsenal strength as opposed to a barbell in our upper chest. All right, so we didn't get 12 reps, but we got 10. And I'd much rather fatigue before we hit the fucking actual set. We're finishing the workout today on a superset. So we're doing hammer curls. Save hammer curls to last the same way I was talking about momentum. So it's like when you're super fatigued, you can use a lot of momentum on a hammer curl and not necessarily jeopardize yourself or put you in a risk of injury as much as like you're swinging just like here. Like you're putting yourself, especially your rotator cuffs are out a little more. I feel like it's like rotating in with a hammer curl. It puts your shoulders and everything in a better alignment, a lot more safe. So that's why we're swinging a little towards those last reps. And then we're supersetting that with the tricep extension of choice. So we're just doing a dumbbell double arms, which I haven't done since like early workouts, bro. I haven't done that in a while.
Code red on Alphalete.
Yeah. W chat.